everybody. Today we have Scott with the Mad Spinner here with us today. Thank you for joining us, Scott.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what got you into making spinners.
My daughter started figure skating when she was around 8 years old, and her coach had talked about a spinner that they had back in Russia. I came from a hardware background and knew all kinds of different things about hardware and things to put together to make one. So I kind of took them up on a challenge and I made a spinner and then just evolved it over the years to what it is today.
I have to admit, it's probably one of my favorite spinners. I grew up with like the Jerry spinners and all that, and I actually really like your spinner even better than that. I didn't think I'd find one better than that, so I'm impressed.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, yeah. Now, tell us a little bit about how you go about like because all this is handmade, right? You are
Yes.
sitting there making each and every spinner.
Every spinner per order. I don't mass produce anything.
Mhm. That's
So
amazing.
yeah. So I have components that I order from different suppliers, and then I get them in and I kind of assemble them to the way I like to have them assembled. Then I do a quality control. I actually spin on every spinner after it's built to make sure it works, it's smooth. Um, you'll probably notice that some of the spinners don't spin as freely when you're not standing on them, so it's a little deceiving. So like you get the spinner at home and you spin it, and it'll go like a revolution or maybe two and then stop. That's okay because ours are designed, the more weight you put on them, the faster you'll spin. So I'm sure when you got yours, it kind of spun a little bit when you got it, but it wasn't like this lightning fast with your hand kind of thing. But when you stood on it, it felt like you were on a piece of ice.
It did. It probably mirrors trying to spin on the ice the best out of any of the spinners that I've seen. Because you have to put some energy into a spin, and this thing doesn't just let you get a free spin. So I
No,
liked that about it.
yeah,
So
you have to work a little bit to use it. So
now you have different size spinners as well. Like you've got a wide variety of them.
yes, I have three sizes currently available. I have a 12-inch, which is the Ultimate Plus. I have an 8-inch, which is the Mini 2.0. And then there's the micro, which is about 5 inches, 5.5 inches. They're all round. So there's no edges to get caught on. There's no anything. That's what we want. The know what the Jerry spinner, I think, is square with rounded edges.
Yeah.
I don't really like that design because things can get in between where the bearings are and clog them up a little bit. Mind you, my Mini is like that. There is an exposed bearing on the Mini, but because it's so small, most people just use it for jumps and not spins. It doesn't get that gunk built up on the inside.
Right. Now that kind of brings me to a point of maintenance of these spinners. Over the years, I've seen people do some nasty things to their spinners, like go use them on the carpet and it tears it up, and then they try to clean it out. Let's hear from you. What's the best way to maintain these spinners?
Okay. So, in my experience, after doing a whole bunch of trials and tests and things like that, I found that a silicone spray, 100% silicone spray, is the best thing to put in your spinner. WD-40 is the worst to put in a spinner. It's negatively charged, so basically it's designed to attract particles. So you'll spray it in there, and then it'll work really good for like 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, there'll be this gunky, black, thick goop that builds up in the bearings, and then it pretty much doesn't move at all. So now the confusing part is WD-40, which is a manufacturer,
Mhm.
makes 100% silicone spray, which works the best. So if you can spray a little dab of that in your bearings, at least for my spinners, and I say get on it and do the twist, and I mean literally get up and do the chubby check or do your twist, kind of go around in a circle, shaking your hips back and forth. You will work out any gunk, any sand or dirt or debris that may have gotten in there from putting it in your skate bag or where you used it. I don't have any limitations on where you can use mine except sand. Try to stay away from sand. You can use it on your carpeting, on your tile floor, your wood floor, your linoleum floor. It won't slip, it won't slide, and it won't damage anything. So it's pretty much, you can use it outside too. Just be careful of sand and things like that. I got people who use it on grass all the time, just straight grass,
Oh,
no
wow.
problem.
Yeah, that was something I was always getting in trouble with when I was a kid because I'd put them on the floor and it would scrape up the floor, but you've got those nice little feet on yours, so it kind of protects that floor too and gives it that little extra up.
Yes, yeah. So all my spinners are just about a half an inch from the floor to the top of the spinner, maybe with the feet a little heavier, but it's probably the lowest profile spinner out there, other than like an Adia spinner, but I don't really call that a spinner, that's a turn board because it's
That it
not stationary. Um, I don't like turn boards because I mean, they do give you the feeling of being on the ice. The only problem is it gives you a false sense of center.
correct, yeah.
That's why I kind of like a stationary spinner. So I do have a question for you. You said you had Jerry's and you like them, but you like mine better. What about mine did you like better?
The Jerry's one, well, like you were talking about, because of it being square, it seemed like it was always picking stuff up. So it would get dirty really fast, and I couldn't use it on certain flooring. So that was a
Mhm.
bit of a pain where my daughter will pull out the spinner and she'll do it on the carpet, and it's high enough it doesn't eat up the carpet, which we have had problems with my Jerry's spinner. I got in trouble for that. Nice little hole in the carpet. But it also like it spins differently because the Jerry spinner that I had, like I was saying, it was a free spinner. So for balance wise and everything, it was fine, but I didn't have to put any real work into it. So then when I'd go into the ice, I'd be like, but I'm getting a ton of revolutions on my spinner. Why can't I do it on the ice? Where with this one, it kind of, I have to put that little energy so I can control how fast or slow I spin. So I
Okay.
liked,
You like that about that.
yeah, I really did. I think it's more true to the ice. And so to me, that was I still think the Jerry Spinner is a good spinner. I just like yours better for those reasons.
Yeah,
But
no, I understand. Listen, if there's enough room in this marketplace for everybody. People have likes and dislikes of everybody's spinner, and I completely respect everybody's decision and of what spinner they choose. You know, whether you like Jerry's or mine, it doesn't matter. The ultimate thing is what you purchase improving your skating or your spins or what it is that you want to do. That's the only thing that matters.
right,
So I have people that say yours doesn't spin freely enough. And I say, yeah, you're right, it doesn't. It's not one you can get on there and spin it with your hand and it'll spin 30 revolutions because you can't do that on the ice. You don't just get on the ice and whip your arms around and spin 30 revolutions without a problem. You have to literally put effort into spinning on the ice. So, in the process of making the spinner, that's what we had in mind
hmm I
to
like that.
keep
And I
it.
like that it allowed me to, you know, how you use your arms for rotation, where this one, I could create that extra oomph on it, where the Jerry Spinner, I didn't have to do that. I just push and I'm spinning. And as long as I had that nice center, I'd spin there forever. So,
Right. From the feedback I've gotten over the years, we've been doing this since '08. So, we had prototypes from '06. So we spent 2 years of prototyping. And then we finally came up with not this design. This is generation 2 or 3. We had another one before this that had an open bottom with rubber feet on it, but then stuff kind of got in the bottom and it
uh,
had a different surface. So it was 12 inches, but only 8 inches of foot surface.
mhm.
And then
Oh,
there was the way the piece that spun was designed. There was a little lip that if you actually pinched it in a certain way with your foot or something heavy dropped on it, it would cause it to seize the bearings. So after about 5 years, maybe longer, 6 years with that spinner, we decided to change it and get a more concealed bearing approach
mhm.
where the bearings aren't exposed, nothing can pinch it, nothing can get in there. I mean, listen, it's metal on metal, debris is going to build up. It's a friction thing. So you are going to get some metal buildup in there because it's aluminum with stainless steel bearings, so nothing can rust, and then a stainless steel, oh no, sorry, an aluminum plate. So where the bearing channel is aluminum on stainless steel. So you are going to get some black residue that happens from that, but it flushes out with silicone spray without a problem.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of tried to think of everything that we could. I mean, nothing's perfect, and not everybody likes ours. Not everybody likes. I mean, there's a lot of spinners out there on the market, but I think I offer the most sizes, and I think for the size I offer the fairest price.
Right. Yeah. And I like, it's a good quality. It's a sturdy spinner where, some of these other spinners out there, you can tell they're very cheaply made.
Mhm.
And so they won't stand up as long as this one. But you stand behind your spinners too. So if anything were to happen to it, they just have to contact you, correct?
We have a lifetime warranty, so if let's say in the first year the spinner goes bad, something happens, you just give us a call, send us an email. We'll send you a replacement spinner at no charge, and you don't even have to send the old one back. If beyond that, like say it's a 2 year mark, we will still send you the spinner, but we just ask you return the old one. We'll try to refurbish it and we'll give it to another skater, or if you can get it to work yourself, we say that's great. You'll have two spinners and just give it to another skater that's in need that can't afford a spinner right now. We're not about taking people's money and running with it. We stand behind our product, and if we will refurbish spinners and donate them to charity auctions, to skating clubs that skaters who can't afford spinners. We do a ton of giveaways. We do a ton of ambassador programs where we give free spinners to people, and all we require is some social media posting for a period of time, and you get a free spinner. We just want to get people out there with spinners. It seems like a lot of people need them, but not a lot of people can afford them or know about them even.
And that's a big thing. And a lot of people, they don't know about spinners. And when they hear about spinners, they're like, oh, well, that's just for spins. They don't realize how much you really can work and how much it's going to improve your skating, not just spins, but jumps, your turns, and the balance and the muscles that you're using. It, there's a whole host of things to be done with spinners.
Yes, there is. And we came up with three sizes. One was for jumps. That's the micro because it's only 5 inches. I mean, you can do spins on it if you're brave enough or good enough. If you want to, you can try it. Um, the portable one is the mini, which you can do jumps and spins on because it's 8 inch complete foot surface. So a child and even a small adult can put 2 feet. I think you have the mini, don't you?
Yes, yeah, I do. It's a
Probably,
good size.
yeah. And then there's the Ultimate Plus, which is 12 inches full across the face. And that one is fantastic for beginning skaters and adult skaters who don't feel confident spinning on one foot. So you could put 2 full feet on it
Mhm.
and straddle if you needed to, and get the feeling for making a spin. Plus, we come in like 36 different colors, no more. I think we have like 72 different colors now.
I looked at the website and I'm like, oh, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. Make it hard to choose. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is you can also change the grip top if you want to. If you got bored of that or the tread wore out, we'll sell you just a grip top. You can take it off and put it on.
Oh, how nice. Okay. Well, I didn't remember that. So that's good to know. That could be dangerous. Like I could just want a new one today.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, your feet use it. The sand. I mean, I haven't had a single person ever tell me that the sandpaper has not the sandpaper, the grip top on it has come off or has worn away, or that the color has changed or roughed out. So, and that's, geez, yeah, it's almost 10, 12, wow, since '08. So what is that, 14 years now?
Oh, wow. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we've been going at it since '08. Um, so yeah, I don't, we're still here. So that's a good sign.
that is a really good sign. But you guys are more than just spinners. You've kind of opened up your shop to a lot of different things that you guys make, correct?
Yeah. Yes, we do skating pants, hoodies, t-shirts, travel mugs, hot cold cups. We have blankets for skating moms who sit up in rinks and freeze their butts off all day long, because I know I did it for years. Hats. I think we even have scarves, beanie hats. We have just a whole ton of stuff, and all of it is made to order. It's not mass produced or stocked on my shelves. So everything that has to, we even have, well, we have soakers, which I think you give out in one of your boxes, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Those,
I love those big puffy ones. So yeah.
yeah. So we have those, which we kind of make to order. We don't really have a lot of them
Mhm.
because we make every pair ourselves. Actually, I make them all myself to order. So I don't even know if they're still on the website, but if they aren't, I'll put them back up for the 2024. I took them down for a while because nobody was buying them. but then all of a sudden everybody wanted them, so then I put them back up again. So I'm always changing and rotating stock and doing everything, but the main thing I keep up there is spinners. Everything else is just kind of like people ask for things, so I put them on
Right, right. Was there anything else you wanted to tell us about upcoming stuff for your business or what you guys do?
there. No, not really. In 2024, we're going to do a lot of traveling. We have about three, no, maybe 150, maybe 200 ambassadors around the world. Um, that we and we our ambassadors are amazing. They are the most loyal, supporting ambassadors I could ever imagine. I have people who have had spinners for over 5 years, and they still willingly tag and promote us in social media and are so supportive of the brand and everything that we do. So what we are going to do in 2024 is we're going to do random pop-ups at rinks of our ambassadors and anybody else who's interested in having us there.
Mhm.
Um, so we can bring our spinners, we can sell them there, we can see them, you can use them, you can demo them, we'll do giveaways, we'll have fun. So, and then we're going to try to show up at more skating competitions in 2024. So
That's
that's kind of what,
awesome.
yeah, maybe get out to some adult competitions like you guys do. I know a lot of adults like spinners and need them, but don't know of them or are afraid to use them.
Right, yeah. And so I think if they could actually try that 12-inch spinner, it would change a lot of people's mind about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You guys need to get a 12 inch. I have to send you guys a 12 inch so you could have some fun with it. Bring it to your rinks and stuff.
Yeah, definitely kind of show that one off because I know I've been using a spinner since I was little. So for me, it doesn't matter what size, I can work on it, but Amy's a little bit more nervous about it. So
Mhm.
so having something that she can put both feet on, she did try this one and she's like, okay, and so as long as someone's close to her, she's like, okay, I can do this now. So
Right.
yeah. All right. Thank you, Scott. We really appreciate your time. And for anyone who wants to check out the Mad Spinner, you have a website that they can check out. You have Instagram. What are the different ways that they can contact you or look at your products?
So you can reach out to us on the website at themadspinner.com. We have Instagram, which is the Mad Spinner 8, TikTok, which is the Mad Spinner 8, and we have whatever that new TikTok thing, not TikTok, the new Instagram thing is.
The
It's
threads.
yeah, we're on there too.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
have a shop
Perfect.
in Instagram. We don't have a shop on TikTok yet. We're working on it.
Okay. So it gives them a few different ways to be able to see all the great stuff that you have. Thank you. We really appreciate your time and you have a wonderful, happy new year.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.